anyị mapụkwacha na nzu n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke nzu eke ka anyị mapụrụ wee na-asị na anyị ọchị ka anyị na-achọ ka anyị gbapụ n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasebe n'igwe nwanne otu onye na ya jikwa n'aka abụọ ji nke nwe gị kọrọ ọjị ya wee sa were akwụkwọ egwu na-agabịa na mmezu wee na-asịkwa anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara ọjị nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara olu wakele anyị na-eke wakele anyị n'oge wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwụ dị na ọnọdụ dancing song wey love and challenge enu were ọjị ana were ọjị mbụ were ọjị egede were ọjị ndị ichie na ndị ọzọ na ndị kwuru eziokwu ka nka ndị nụrụ ọgụ Biafra 1967-1970 our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our nephews, our friends. Ndị nụrụ ọgụ Biafra 1967 so unu bịa were ọjị ya n'ogbe ka anyị weta ya n'ibe ka unu bịa were ọjị n'ogbe taa ka anyị wetakwa n'ibe ka unu gbabara ya osiarị na be ndị mmụọ ka anyị gbabara na osiarị na be ndị mmadụ ndị na Chukwu ndị na gị na-enye Naịjirịa na ozi were sị enu were ọjị ana were ọjị mbụ na egede ndị ichie na ndị ọzọ ka unu were ọjị ya kwukwere na nzu ka anyị na-ekwu n'ọjị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ ekekere ya na-ekwu okwu ya bụ ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ ekeketara anyị ọma ka o dodotara anyị ọma ka afụfụtara anyị ọma ka nkwọkwọtara anyị ọma ahịa na izu na nọ nke ndị Igbo ji eme ihe na ndị Igbo Chukwu okike abịa ma nga onwe gị mara ya were sị na ya na-ekwu na eke ka anyị na-ekwu n'orie ya na-ekwu n'ode ka anyị na-ekwu n'afọ ya na-ekwu n'afọ ka anyị na-ekwu na nkwọ ka anyị na-ekwu na nkwọ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ụtụtụ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ụtụtụ ka anyị na-ekwu n'ehihie ka anyị na-ekwukwo n'ehihie ka anyị na-ekwu n'anyasị bụ ya anyị na-ekwu gwa bụ Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu na eke ka Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu n'owe na-asị Chukwu okike abịa ma dododo onye ndu anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dubịa na eke dubịa n'oge dubịa n'afọ dubịa na nkwọ dubịa n'ụtụtụ dubịa n'ehihie dubịa n'anya sọpụ bịa na maazị adịghị n'aka ihe n'ihe ya dị n'aka bụ ụzọ ma bịara azụ kpuchite aka ọkụkọ si ekpuchite ụmụ ya alapụkwara na ọdịrị arapụrụ bịa n'oruru ahịhịa n'ụbọchị nkata otu esi kwa ka oge si wadị n'aha Great Chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye mgbe niile a na-asị dododo ụmụnne m ụmụ Biafra ekeketara na ihe ọma ka o wee rutere na ihe ọma ka afọ wefọtara na ihe ọma ka ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ n'aha anyị wee na-akpọku Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasiri n'igwe nwanne otu onye aṅụrụ ndụ kwere kpama ya ụgwọ narị atụ egwu agbakwuru ezuru ike onye ike niile dị n'ọba nka ya Adonai Ancient of Days Elohim of our forefathers, Elohim of our ancestors, El Shaddai, Hashem, Most High God, Chukwu okike abịama. We committed our leader n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke anyị na-asị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke n'isi onye ndu anyị bụ Maazị Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, the Yeshua of our time, the Iroko of our time, Ọhamadike one ọnụ na-ekwuru Igbo niile ọnụ na-ekwuru Biafra niile wee na-asị n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke na naba anyị ndụ ya na-eke ndụ ya n'orie ndụ ya n'afọ ndụ ya na nkwọ ndụ ya n'ụtụtụ ndụ ya n'ehihie ndụ ya n'anyasị nke na Chukwu nke na ana nke na ihe na-ejere ala ozi nke na ihe ana na-ejere ozi wee na-asịkwa Chukwu abịa ma dododo nakwa nwanne anyị nwoke bụkwa our prime minister Biafra government in exile autopilot Maazị Simon Ekpa wee na-asị Chukwu okike abịa ma n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụkwụrụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke na n'Igbo niile mmụọ eke ngị bụ ihe ihe ọmasị na ihe ga-eri aka mmụọ orie ngị bụ mmiri ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ ndụ agha bụ ndụ mmiri iji agha bụ ije mmiri mmụọ afọ ngị bụ ana ya echekọta ya na eke chekọta ya n'orie chekọta ya na afọ chekọta ya na nkwọ mmụọ nkwọ ngị bụ ikuku na ihe ọmasị na ikuku ga-eri aka na ndụ ya ga-adị na eke na ndụ ya ga-adị n'orie na ndụ ya ga-adị n'afọ na ndụ ya ga-adị na nkwọ eji anaghị abụrụ isi ije wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa na ọ ga-adị ka echi na echi adị agwụ agwụ na osisi pụtara ife dị bụ ụgbọ na ojiregbu aha Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ojiregbu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ojiregbu Simon Ekpa m ga-egbu onwe ya ọ ga-etinye isi ya ngị na Chukwu ngị na ana ngị na ihe na-ejere na ozi ngị na-agwụ nsị ọha mehie ngị na ndị mbụ ndị egede ndị ichie ndị ọzọ ndị kwuru eziokwu ka nka Chukwu debere ọkọrọ afọ ọkọrọ nkwọ ha ụwa ma ha nwa eze ọnọ n'ihu ndị nkọ ha duru mgboke duru zom iwu duru obi nwụba anụ ụmụ dura n'isi eke otu a sikwu ya ka o ga-esi anụ ọkịja niile otu a sikwu ya ka o ga-esi wede n'aha Great Chukwu okike abịa ma onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala enye mgbe niile a na-agwọ ọ na-ere nke e mere jụọ oyi eme ọzọ isi emeghị ọṅara anụ n'ebe ya wee na-asịkwa Chukwu okike abịa n'isi ụmụ IPOB indigenous people of Biafra the genuine ones indeed working as seriously to make sure that Biafra is restored in Biafra land. Eze Chukwu okike abịa also the principal officers of IPOB and also the principal officers of Biafra government in exile autopilot keke ketara na ihe ọma ka o rerotara na ihe ọma ka fụfụtara na ihe ọma ka kwụpụtara na ihe ọma ndụ anyị na-eke ndụ anyị n'orie ndụ anyị na afọ ndụ anyị na nkwọ ngina chukwu ngina na ngina nye Nigeria na ozi ngina nye Nigeria ụra asọ kiji ozi chukwu okike abịa ma okike gala ụwa gbasiri n'igbe when I say the angel chukwu okike abịa ma also guide us and protect us till Biafra is restored in Biafra land. Anywhere we are going chukwu okike abịa ma n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke mmụọ eke ndị ibi ihe ihe masịrị ha bịa ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ orie nke bụ mmiri ihe masị na mmiri ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ afọ nke bụ ana ihe masị na ana ga-eru anyị aka mmụọ nkwọ nke bụ ikuku na ihe masị na ikuku ga-eru anyị aka n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke gị na chukwu gị na ana gị na ihe Nigeria na ozi gị na ihe na Nigeria ozi gị na agwụ nsị ọha mee onye ọbụla mama aka nzu na aka nzu dị mma na we are whiter than snow na nzu enwe ntụpọ na Igbo na nzu bụ omenala Igbo niile na nzu bụ izizi a na-enye mmadụ na mmadụ bịa ebe mmadụ na ihe anyị na-ekwu okwu n'ụbọchị nke taa chukwu okike abịa ma na-ekwu ya na-ekwu okwu bụ Biafra ka anyị na-ekwu okwu bụ nwoke ọ bụ nwaanyị ọ bụ ndị onye ọbụla wherever they are planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma na House of Government House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, whatever they are planning evil against the children of the Most High, against Biafra restoration, against our leader, also against the Prime Minister of Biafra government in Israel, our brother Mazi Simon Ekpa. When I say the chukwu okike abịa ma okwu ọjọọ dị nke egwu gọvanọ ahụ wekwa n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke n'oge chiri aha ozo kpasa ụkpasa na eke ozu akpọsa ụkpasa na orie ụkpasa ụkpasa na afọ ụkpasa ụkpasa na nkwọ n'ụbọchị ndụ ha niile oge chiri aha azụ ihe niile bụ ihe ụjọ ọjọọ kwuru n'isi anyị ọ bụ izinu na nke a gbara n'isi anyị when I say the chukwu okike abịa ma any evil plans of enemy in our land, in our Biafra restoration, wherever they are in planning against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma in this planet earth, in House of Government House, House of Representatives, House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Rep, local government chairman, councilorship, community leaders, traditional leaders, wherever they are in their planet earth, in the four corners of this planet earth, in their marine kingdom, in their Owonu kingdom, in their Ekaka kingdom, planning evil against the total restoration of the kingdom of chukwu okike abịa ma let their evil plan turn against their in eke ngina chukwu ngina na in orie ngina chukwu ngina na in afọ ngina chukwu ngina na n'ụtụtụ the evil plans of enemy will go back to them in the mighty name of chukwu okike abịa ma a na-agwọ ọ na-ele okike abịa ma n'aha chukwu okike abịa ma when I say n'ụbọchị nke taa ka anyị na-ekwukwu okwu ya the land of the rising sun ga-enwe love and challenge anyanwụ ụtụtụ ka anyị na-akpọlite the land of the rising sun will love and challenge the land of the rising sun will love and challenge ha eke chukwu okike abịa ma anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara olu wakele anyị na-eke wakele anyị n'oge wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị na-ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasụ anyị ga-abụ ka ihe na ya na-ekwu okwu ebe na anyị ga-adị ka echi na echi adị agwagwụ na osisi pụtara ife adịghị ekpo obodo anyị apụtaghị ife na ya apụtago na ya echigakwa azụ nakwa ya na-ekwu okwu abụ Biafra eke ketara anyị Biafra ka o redotara anyị Biafra ka afọ fọtara anyị Biafra ka nkwọkwọtara anyị Biafra nke na chukwu nke na ana anyị sị na Biafra aka abịa na onye ga-atụ isi ya na eke onwe isi na eke tụ isi ya na orie onwe isi na orie tụ isi ya na afọ onwe isi na afọ tụ isi ya na nkwọ onwe isi na nkwọ onye asị chukwu okike abịa ma okike kele ụwa gbasi bi n'igwe nwanne otu onye aṅụlụ ndụ kwere mkpa mee ya ụgwọ anarị atụ egwu agbakwuru ezu n'ike onye na-asị nekwa nwanne anyị nwoke a bụ Biafra United Channel Television n'ụbọchị taa bụ ụbọchị bụrụ eke dubia na eke dubia na orie dubia na afọ dubia na nkwọ dubia na ụtụtụ dubia na ehihie dubia na anyasị ọpụpịa na mbatị ya dịgị n'aka ihe oriri ya ahụ dịgị n'aka chukwu okike abịa ma iburu ụzọ ma bịarịa azụ kpuchite ya ka ọkụkọ si ekpuchite ụmụ ya arapụkwana ya na-erapụ bịa n'ururu anya n'aha Great Pope abịa ma wee na-asịkwa n'ụbọchị nke taa the land of the rising sun will love and cherish chukwu okike abịa ma okike kere ụwa gbasi bi n'igwe anyanwụ ụtụtụ nke na-awara Igbo nke na-awara olu wakele anyị na eke wakele anyị n'orie wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị n'ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasị pụpụ anyị na mbata anyị the land of the rising sun will love and cherish anyanwụ ụtụtụ n'ụbọchị nke taa ka anyị na-ekwukwe n'isi ya kewakerịa na ekewakerịa n'orie wakerịa n'afọ na-ekwu ụmụ IPOB n'isi ụmụ Biafra niile wakele anyị na eke wakele anyị n'orie wakele anyị n'afọ wakele anyị na nkwọ wakele anyị n'ụtụtụ wakele anyị n'ehihie wakele anyị n'anyasị pụpụ anyị na mbata anyị dịgị n'aka ya eri ya ya dịgị n'aka bụrụ azụ ma kpere ya azụ chukwu okike abịa ma n'isi nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Biafra United Channel otu anyị si wekwu ya n'isi ya ka ọ ga-esite n'isi ụmụ Biafra niile n'isi ụmụ IPOB niile n'isi indigenous people of Biafra niile n'ụbọchị
all right wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to this very live presentation Today's date is 24th of October 2023, and we have come live this very evening to do the needful. This very presentation this evening is reaching you all the way from our studios. As you can see on your screen, this is an explosive live presentation by Biafra Unite, and of course, your one and only Pastor Vam 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 in the building. We have come this evening not to waste your time, but to do the needful. Though we might have come late, but I want to assure you that what we are going to be doing this evening will definitely worth your time. So I want to encourage you, once you have joined this very live presentation, kindly do the needful by welcoming others. Of course, you know how to welcome others by liking and sharing the broadcast. Wherever you are joining us from, whether you are watching from the Facebook or you are watching on YouTube, do the needful by liking and sharing the broadcast in order to let others know that we are live. There is something that propelled us to come this very evening, which is going to interest all of you. I welcome you all to this very live broadcast. We are not going to waste your time, like as I said before. So I want to use this opportunity to welcome my comrade, my brother, and of course, the Assistant Minister of Information of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Raf Chiamaka Ajere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Ikuku. Odenawa, I greet you. Thank you very much. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Tonight's program of Collabo is imperative because this time around there is need for us to increase the tempo, to increase the momentum. I want you all to know that whatever we are doing is actually hitting the nail on the head, is actually disseminating and putting total destabilization in the camp of our enemies. Biafra is all we are after. Biafra is all we are desiring. Biafra is all we want. And I tell you, Biafra is all we are getting. And I want to assure you tonight that not many days hence, you are going to begin to sing a new song. We will not sing the Lord's song in a strange land, not anymore. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu sowed a very powerful seed. The seeds of it you are beginning to see, and the manifestation, not many days hence, you will see them manifest before your very eyes. Thank you for having me tonight, my beloved comrade and brother, Mazi Odenawa Biafra Unite, Ikuku. I bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You are highly welcome. We are here to do the needful, of course, to disseminate information, just like as you said. And we will be treating just very few issues tonight. And these very few things that we will be talking about tonight are the things that Biafrans want to know. You see, before today, this very movement have done a lot. Since the kidnap and the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the zoo, this very movement, this very organization that started with autopilot has today metamorphosed into what you have now as the government in exile of the Biafra Republic. And we now have an army, highly trained army, that is about to bring the zoo down. This very government was criticized. We passed through a lot. It is because we have some people in this very movement. Someone like the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who was worldwide criticized, insulted, castigated by the enemies of Biafra, by those who sold their leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to the enemies, who never wanted Biafra restoration to see the light of the day. They did everything they could, but unfortunately to them, they were unable to bring the agitation down. And today, we are here. We are here, and the dream of Biafra is about to be realized. And of course, I am very, very sure that those lovers of freedom out there are very, very pleased with what is going on. Now, without wasting any time, I want us to treat some issues this very evening. I will be having a very important announcement to make, so I want to encourage all Biafrans to stick around. Don't move an inch. They say don't touch that dial. So my brother, Pastor Van Van Vam, I want to welcome you once again because I will be bringing some questions so that we can be able to treat it. I want to say a special thanks to the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of course, his cabinet in the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE. This very just concluded Biafra self-referendum convention and the declaration that followed has become the biggest, I said, the biggest function, the biggest organized, the biggest and well-organized program since the inception of this very Biafra agitation. Right from 2011, 2012, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on board, this very Biafra self-referendum convention that took place in Helsinki, Finland, has become the biggest ever program held in this very quest for Biafra restoration. It supersedes every single thing that we have done. It supersedes even when our leader went to European Union. It's bigger than every other program being held in this very agitation. And for that, Asorok is in shambles as I speak to you right now. Everywhere is under disarray. Everyone is under, I don't know, panic or something like that. Everywhere is on turmoil as long as the zoo is concerned. Hope Uzodinma is under drugs as I speak to you right now. They have converged so many times in Abuja talking about this very Biafra declaration. They have converged in Imo State secretly, and we are waxing strong. because they know too well that the time has come for them to go down. And they know that something is about to happen. And they know that this thing that is about to happen is a big deal. And this is the deal which is going to bring the zoo down. As I speak to you right now, all their plans have failed. I said, all their plans have failed. They don't know what to do anymore. They are panicking. The only hope the zoo has today, as I'm speaking to you right now, lies in the hands of Hope Uzodinma. I want Biafrans to pay very good attention. We are going to break the camel's back this evening, though we are not going to take your time. The only hope that the zoo has today lies in the hands of Hope Uzodinma, because Hope Uzodinma is giving them hope that they can still salvage the situation. Hope Uzodinma today is giving the zoo government a very big hope that there's every chance to salvage the situation, and they are not aware that the situation is not salvageable. So my brother, Pastor Van Van Vam, before we continue, I want to bring something to the screen so that we may start from there. You see, just yesterday, we saw a screenshot flying all over the social media. And unfortunately, I wanted to show the picture alone, but one mind is telling me to go to a particular page that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered to build. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered so much to build a particular page on Facebook called Biafra TV. It is quite unfortunate that the same thing that they have used the Biafra Radio Biafra to do is the same thing that they are using that very page to do. The page that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered to build on Facebook. I would have loved to bring their write-up concerning this very development, but I think it's of no use. So let me read it here. Pastor Van Van Van, we are going to begin with what is on the screen right now. Yesterday, this was flying all over the social media. They said, over 30 armed men of Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, of autopilot group, led by Mr. Simon Ekpa, arrested. Many killed in a clash between the group armed men and Nigerian soldiers. This is happening 24 hours after the launch of the armed group by Simon Ekpa. They said more details. Now, my brother, the people who have been championing this very cause since yesterday are those who are in charge of Biafra TV, a page that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered so much to build. Now, going by the headline of this very screenshot, you saw very well what they said. Over 30 armed men of Biafra Liberation Army, BLA, of autopilot group, led by Mr. Simon Ekpa, arrested, many killed. Now, before I talk about what the PM said about this, Pastor Van Van Vam, can you put my taking on no kwa? Before we go to the reaction of our Prime Minister towards this very development.
This is, it is completely absurd and unbelievable that people you would ordinarily think are interested in freedom are doing this. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who understood what freedom is all about, who understood that there are graces and gifts that Chukwu Okike Abiama have given to everybody in their own capacity. When he identified Mazi Simon Ekpa, he did not identify him and gave recommendation that people should follow him because Mazi Simon Ekpa will always be operating below the standard of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No father gives birth to a child and expect that child not to grow, and if possible, overtake him in whatever he think he has taught that child. Even Christ told us that you will do miracles, and he said, greater works will you do. So when you, as a disciple of Christ, begins to do greater works than Christ did, is Christ going to be angry? Will Christ look for a way to stop you from doing greater things than him? No. He would be excited and pleased that having taught you his ways, you have understood it so well that you have even grown your boundaries and you have become even expert in the ways he taught you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being so excited about that, he knew that times may come in his life when he may not be as active as, or even at his highest level of activity, somebody could have something that will be superior to whatever he has given. And he understood that by identifying Simon Ekpa. When somebody says that something is a new dimension, it means that there is something better than what I have always been doing. This one is something even on a superior level. So when people begin to look at it and see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader, and the mentality of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is above all, and that there's nothing you can do to supersede him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never taught us that. So when they come to paint Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he does not approve what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing, whereas he is the one that has given us the credentials of Mazi Simon Ekpa, he's the one that has told us, look, beyond every doubt, listen to him and do as he is saying, because he's bringing a new dimension. But look at these people. Imagine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the stage or in the scene right now, and Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing extremely well to English words always escape me, to support what he is doing. Do you, in your own understanding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his ways, see him as somebody that will discourage people from celebrating or supporting what Simon Ekpa is doing because it is not coming from him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The answer is no, and I'm sure your guess is as good as mine. So when you look at these people and what they are doing, you will agree with me 100% that they do not belong. They are not in any way connected with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what he represents. Look at them. Look at what they are doing. You ask yourself, who are they working for? What do you think is their end goal? What is their mindset, and what do they expect to gain at the end of it all? That is why when those of us that have obeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in listening to Mazi Simon Ekpa, we understand them when they come up with this their demonic, satanic propaganda that doesn't lead anywhere but hellfire. So it doesn't surprise me, but rather it opens my eyes to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unique, and Mazi Simon Ekpa is in his own class as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's true and faithful disciple. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is so excited. I am very confident about that. That Mazi Simon Ekpa is actually doing what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not do up till now, and he's happy. The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been able to achieve that feat, like Mazi Odinamwa just said earlier, that this convention and what we have achieved this week, it is not cannot be compared with any achievement we have ever had in this movement so far. And you see the person that is in charge right now, still loyal to Masin Namdekano, he doesn't get lost in the glory of what he has achieved. He doesn't, take it like that I am above all, above board. No. As humble as I was there in Finland, I saw the dragon. I met with him. I shook hands with him. I had a hug with him. With everything we did, you see this man, that this is the man with the heart of freedom. Mazi Simon Ekpa, if what we are doing now, if it didn't come from him and it is coming from someone else, your guys will be as good as mine, that he will celebrate whoever is achieving those feats. But you see them with what they are doing, it will not show you that these people are not for freedom. And so at this stage, if anybody is still contemplating whether or not Mansa Manekpa is doing the right thing, or whether or not these people are demonic and evil, I don't know where you belong, and I don't know what you are looking for. Honestly speaking, I don't know. But then that's the much I can say right now.
All right. Thank you so much. I won't add anything to what you have just said. I will read the reaction of Prime Minister, even though I will not bring it to the screen because there's something else on the screen and I don't want to remove it. So when I read his reaction, I will now conclude it in just 10 seconds. He said, "Our attention has been drawn to a report from agent of Nigerian state. The Biafra Liberation Army patrol Hilux was parked at a location, and the terrorist Nigerian army went there with an intel from the people posting it. There were no exchange of fire. There were no BLA personnel there. Nobody was arrested or captured. No weapon lost to Nigeria. But of course, as usual, they present dance gun. We don't use dance gun. Our personnel are intact. We will collect our hillocks back. It is part of the liberation. Disregard these idiots posting and sharing trash." Now, for the fact that Pastor Van Van Vam has analyzed it and giving or going by what the Prime Minister had just said concerning this same incident, it is now open and plain that something like this never happened. And if you are to, to look, if you are to see the so-called guns that they claim to have recovered, this is laughable.
Oh my God.
This is laughable, honestly speaking. So this is unbelievable. So if Biafra Liberation Army is using this kind of gun, this thing they call gun, so that means we are not serious.
I'm telling you.
That means we are just we are fooling ourselves. We are not serious. If that's what the Biafra Liberation BLA is using, so we are not serious. So, my brothers and sisters, the Prime Minister has said it all. He said, disregard those idiots posting and sharing trash, because that is trash. And he made it clear that our Biafra Liberation Army's hillocks was parked at a location. So those who were sharing it on social media, posting it, giving intel, now told the zoo terrorists in uniform where the hillocks was parked. They went there, took picture, and attached all these amorca, this orca made double barrel, and claim they sent it direct to the, their agents, both the one in or former, the one in the one that control Radio Biafra, and the one in Kuwait, the one in Switzerland. They posted it on the page Biafra TV and carried out the propaganda.
You
so
mean
there was
they
nothing like
posted this picture with these things on that page?
Yes.
Chai.
It was actually posted on that page of Biafra TV, the page
Chai.
that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffered to build.
Chai.
That is where they posted it. And their write-up was so appalling. It was unbelievable. So Biafrans disregard it. Now, talking about the convention. Talking about the convention and the declaration. Going into that discussion, permit me, Pastor Van Van Vam and Biafrans, to play this very video clip.
You have made history today. By the power conferred on me as the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Exile. And after you have voted for the open gate for Biafra freedom, which is 100% vote, this charter has become a law, and therefore shall be called the Biafra Helsinki Declaration 2023.
All right. Pastor Van Van Vam, please, can you say something about...
I'm trying to send you another video on that WhatsApp. The one,
okay, please do.
The one with Ayaba. I don't know if you have that one.
I was to play it, but you can still send it to me.
Okay. That one where he was dancing on Eme with Cho Ayaba. Did you see that one?
Yes, it's on the... I wanted to pick it from the page, but you can send it to me directly.
Okay, let me see.
Now, this very declaration, Pastor Van Van Vam, you were there. First of all,
I sent it to you on WhatsApp.
Yes, I've seen it. Thank you. Now, you were there. You were there live and direct. We saw when you left your location. We saw when you arrived. We saw you inside the hall, the convention. My brother, please use just 3 minutes to tell us what really happened. And then finally you touch on this very declaration. Thank you.
Well, there's nothing else to tell you about what happened. What happened in 3 minutes, I cannot say, but what happened was heaven kissed the earth.
Wow.
Heaven kissed the earth. It was just like when heaven opens and said, "This is my beloved nation in whom I am well pleased." They are declared a nation today, and no power can stop them from becoming. Because let me tell you one particular encounter I had there in the situation room where I was. The Finnish guy that was with me on the camera, after listening to the Prime Minister's speech and some of the pictures he saw, of what the zoo have done to us and what we have been through, he tapped me and said, "We are with you on this. And I want to tell you that you will get your country. You will get Biafra." A Finnish young man. He was so down when he said, it taught him what we have been through. And he saw the passion and the resolution we have had. and the delivery of our prime minister and the readiness of every Biafra there, he told me, you are there and we are with you. You will get your country. You know,
Wow.
that is another affirmation from a European, you know, that they know what they have been through in their own country. And they know that we are going through our own the same way they did. And he assured me that we are there already. I want to tell you, you know, when you see all these people doing all this nonsense, they are doing reporting propaganda and all that. We don't deal with propaganda. You saw everything
Never.
we did there. Everything they have ever said was a lie about our prime minister and about this government. They have all been proven wrong. And they don't ever come to bow their head in shame or bow out in shame. But they keep running around and going to the enemy to give them hope. Like hope is on job that if there is time tonight, we will tell you, you know, what the annual fair is doing, which his days are numbered. You know, that convention, my brother, it is the deal. The deal was done, was finished, was closed. The chapter of Biafra opened for us. I am telling you, we are there. We are there. If you have not been seeing it before, open your eyes now, you will see it. Just clean your eyes. I'm telling you, open it again, you will see Biafra. Honestly, we saw it raw. We touched it raw. We felt it. And the Europeans that were there with us, if they could guarantee that this is a nation that is on the path of liberation and they are ready. They mean what they are doing and they will stop at nothing from getting it. Oh my goodness me.
All right. All right. Talking about the charter, something is clashing. All right. Now, talking about the charter, my brother, there is another propaganda. There's another propaganda. I'm talking about the document, the charter that was declared by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, which is in a form of a document.
A brief document, yes. A brief document, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Now, I have come across, someone actually sent it to me, where one idiot, which I can never mention his name on this very hallowed platform, that very idiot was once deported from a certain country where he resided. Now, that stupid element who has become a citizen of Fulani was carrying out propaganda. I saw somebody actually sent me the video where he said that Simon Ekpa as did you watch the video? There's a statement he made.
Yeah,
There's
he
one
said that he is looking for his Christmas Christmas breakthrough or whatever.
a Christmas money or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, my brother, please, we all know. First of all, before you take it off from there, we all know Mazi Simon Ekpa from beginning.
Yes.
We saw when he started, and Mazi Simon Ekpa never showed up for one day as a hungry man. From beginning, Mazi Simon Ekpa has a law firm, an office, a law office, whereby he has made uncountable brief broadcasts from his office. These things are in the public. And you know very well that it is not an easy thing for an African man, a black African man, to own such a huge office in Europe.
Not only in Europe, I was in Finland. Finland before you oh my goodness, Finland is an expensive country. Expensive to have such luxury of office, apartments, everything in Finland. You must be a million. You must be a million. You must be rich. You must be
Yes.
very, very comfortable. I'm telling you the truth. Oh.
Yes.
We were there. Those of them that are talking, they should go to Finland and see.
Now, having established this fact, my brother, can you use 2 minutes to debunk that the lie from that idiot? You don't have to mention his name because he doesn't want it, but because few people listening to that, and because someone sent it to me, so that means not only me that had it. Can you say something about it, please? You were there.
Thank you very much. Now, everybody that saw the armies that were unveiled, you will know that for armies, the armies that had those chains, those guns, those regalia, only those regalias alone. Some of you would even ask yourself, how could Mazi Simon Ekpa and this government, within this short time, how could they afford such luxury of ammunition and regalia of military, massive military with such equipment that you saw? It is not toko, it's not toro, it's not shishi. With all the water they've been doing, you know what water mean? If you go and check the prices of ammunition, you will understand what I mean. So everything that Mazi Simon Ekpa have been doing, sometimes you ask yourself, see the budgets the zoo make in their military, the budget they make budget of trillions, and their capability is not as strong as our own. Within 2 years, look at how we are taking them down water. And then we are building an army and beginning a nation from the scratch. And everything we are doing right now, it is to raise funds for the army and for the government, for our nation, to stop the invaders. Everything.
Sure.
For me, our prime minister decided to make these things affordable for people, because going by the amount we need to make things happen, remember our prime minister just told us that we still have over 100,000 reserves. Because the ones we have is the uniform and the equipment we could afford so far. So every resources that comes in have been going into what you saw yesterday, before yesterday. So for somebody to come with his criminality, zoo criminal mindedness, to tell you that somebody is looking for Christmas money. What is Christmas money? If it is about Christmas money, our prime minister will not even come and endanger himself or come and begin to talk about what we are talking about. Only his business and what he's doing is more than enough. You remember that even before he started this movement, he has had NGOs that have been taking care of poor people and hungry people and the widows and what have you in the states of Biafra. You understand? So I don't need to waste my time talking about that. But the truth is that Biafrans should know when to listen to idiots and when not to. So Ikuku, there's no need to talk further about that. We move.
All right. Now there is during this very convention, there was a declaration or an agreement declared or signed between Biafra and Ambazonia, and the personalities that were involved in this agreement were the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of course, the President, Ambazonian Governing Council, Dr. Cho Ayaba, who also might, if not watching this program now, will watch it later. Then, my brother, I want to play the video and we analyze it briefly. And of course, what it means. We want to talk about what it means, what this treaty means, both to the lives of Biafrans and Ambazonians, and of course, in this very quest for Biafra restoration and the liberation of the people of Ambazonia. So let me play the video while we touch it briefly.
Between Ambazonia and Biafra shall be called
Biafra, Ambazonia, Helsinki Declaration.
The Amazonian people to stand in front of the great people of Biafra, the foundation of Africa's indigenous people, the largest indigenous people in the continent. Mr. Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile, the leader of the Biafran people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the dungeons of the DSS, fellow Amazonians, it is with great honor for us to be here today to lend a hand of fellowship to the Biafrans, like Amazonians who are going through a lot of pain.
And like you all know, today is a historic day again for Biafra and Amazonia. We are going to sign a treaty considering the right of the Amazonians and Biafrans to pursue education that takes into consideration local realities and further considering the right of the young and the future generation and the right of girls and women. We, the people of Biafra and Amazonia, hereby solemnly pledge and reaffirm our determination as two people, our right to self-determination. We hereby commit to work together now and in the future for the realization of the dreams of our people, and further pledge that this commitment will always be passed on to our next generation. We today solemnly agreeing that the defense of Biafra and Amazonia of both countries. We are going to build a military joint operation to make sure that both Nigeria and Cameroon suffer for the genocide that they committed against them. Targeted the Cameroon terrorist forces disturbing our people in Bakassi, and many of them were sent to God. Because after today, it can never remain the same. For that reason, we call on Cameroon and Nigeria to withdraw all their military and civilian colonial administrators.
Wow. 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 This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
That thing in Finland. You see what that thing in Finland is doing? I like this. Look at the Facebook page. He said that thing in Finland. Look at this Facebook page. Some of our people have adopted that thing in Finland.
Unbelievable. My brother, please, I want you to touchlight. What do you think that this treaty signed between Biafra and, of course, Ambazonia? When I say Biafra and Ambazonia, it's not about the it's not just the pronouncement from Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister. Because what Mazi Simon Ekpa pronounced was not just coming from his mouth, but it was actually coming from the mouth of Biafran people.
Exactly.
What he said there represents 70 million Biafrans. And what Dr. Cho Ayaba said and did also represent the millions of Ambazonians all over the world. Mm-hmm. My brother, what is the benefit of this treaty? What shall we benefit from it, both especially in the middle of this very agitation and beyond? Please go on.
What it means is that united we stand. and having united together with our brothers. And it is so interesting because this is a unity that our leader, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have ever forged. And some ignoramus tried everything they could to destroy this unity. And I remember every post that Cho Ayaba have always made have always countered whatever they were doing. And he was trying to respect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by drawing these people. He was trying to draw them to tell them, look,
Yes.
this person you are calling the thing in Finland, he is actually doing the thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, because you cannot be looking for freedom from your oppressors by bowing to them or begging them. You can't beg them to give you
by romancing them,
romancing them. You can't. He insisted when he came on their radio, he insisted and told them, and they were asking him foolish and stupid questions.
Yes.
And Cho Ayaba, let me tell you, Odinanwa, when I was before Cho Ayaba, you know, immediately he mounted the podium. I told him, I just screamed before him and said, your freedom is in your hands.
I heard you.
He just looked at me like this with excitement.
I heard you. I heard you.
I told him, I said, your freedom. And you know what I did? I didn't have that video. And I expected that somebody would have it. I went quickly. I downloaded a very quick one from YouTube, put it up on the screen. And when we were playing it, he was just watching at it and he was smiling. And then he was saying that these men know what they are doing. Do you know he every other engagement he had to go and attend to, he would forget everything. He sat down from that point till the midnight that we had our gala night. He was with us in the gala night. We ate together, we feasted together. Oh my goodness me. You know, when you see
of
the
the
spirit,
year.
you see the spirit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I said picture of the year. Just go ahead.
Yeah, picture of the year. The spirit of freedom fighters. You will just see two of them, both him and our prime minister, they were sitting together like Siamese. You know Siamese? These twins that are joined together that you cannot separate. They were just attached together. And you see them communicating as if they have always been like that, you know, maybe eating together or another have these meetings together. That is the very first official time they are meeting, and it was like they have been together for thousands of years, because the same spirit of freedom that is operational in Cho Ayaba is operational in our prime minister. So it was very easy for them to click. And as they click, you just see the smile in the face, the connection and the flow. You ask yourself, I was asking myself within myself,
did they know before?
Before. The same school. Before. You know, you just see that it is that spirit of freedom, that love and passion, that sincerity and integrity that is within them. You cannot separate it. So that is why, if you are outside of what we are doing now, my brother, I got how you do.
I tell you. Okay, let me help you. Let me chip in something there. Talking about if they knew themselves before or went to the same school before. There is something that I noticed. Another thing I just noticed, I know it long time ago, about our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is a guy who never be in a hurry to achieve something. Anything he knows he is going to achieve or he wants to achieve, he takes his time, plan for it, works for it, and he gets it. Now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and rendered to the zoo, the idiots that sold him were gallivanting. Now, Machana Radio Biafra. They quickly interviewed Dr. Cho Ayaba. When they did, Mazi Simon Ekpa did not say anything. I want you to pick something. I want Biafrans to pick something. Mazi Simon Ekpa was busy doing his thing, fighting for Biafra. He never cared about how they were, sharing the broadcast, gallivanting all over the places. Now, much on social media, claiming to be in contact and in rapport with the Ambazonians and her leader, Dr. Cho Ayaba. Mazi Simon Ekpa kept silent. He kept doing his things. Now, like what you said, that Dr. Cho Ayaba gave them the benefit of the doubt, trying to respect his relationship with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by trying to work together with the so-called leadership as at then. But he realized that these people are not actually fighting for freedom that their boss, their master, was fighting for before he was sold.
Exactly.
And he has to look into the whole thing and saw that this person that they have been criticizing is actually the person fighting for freedom and doing the same thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing, or what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. And finally, you see the click. The way the click was like a gum, like a I don't know, chewing
A
gum.
puzzle that you have been solving, and then suddenly that moment in history it came
Yes.
together and it became
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
No mistake.
Now, talking about the benefit, there's another thing I want to add. Only one thing. All you have said is pure. I want to add only one thing, one more benefit, and very, very crucial one, to Biafrans especially, and the Ambazonians too. During the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, when the zoo, through one man, if I'm not mistaken, Obafemi Awolowo, brought an idea, a tactics, to use hunger to destroy Biafran children. They had a deal with Cameroon to put a blockade from where we were getting aid from other countries through the Bakassi Peninsula, between Cameroon border and Nigeria, through the sea. They reached an agreement. The Cameroonian government allowed the zoo government to put a blockade between Nigeria, between Biafra and Cameroon. And this part of Cameroon is the present-day Ambazonia. Now, should anything like that happens again, whereby we need whatsoever from that angle, what happened in the year 1967 to 1970 shall never happen again. Because now, Cameroon has already lost the territory of Ambazonia. They are no longer in charge of Ambazonian territory. Therefore, there shall be no blockade. If we get now. So
Exactly.
this is a great deal between Biafra and Ambazonia. And of course, we all are happy about it. Now, going by the title, my brother, now that you have seen and know what PM Ekpa and Biafra Republic Government in Exile BRGIE are capable of doing, what is the next? I think this is where we will allow Biafrans to come in. But before that, I want to make a very important announcement. I will make this announcement right now, and I will make the announcement again before the end of this broadcast. As I'm speaking to you right now, we have 1,504 people watching this program live. So, and it's still increasing. So, this is the perfect opportunity for me to make this very all-important announcement for Biafrans. So if you are watching right now, I want you to see something on you. I want you to check something on the screen. I'm going to put it on screen, and I will also put it on the comment section. It is right now on the comment section. I have written here, Ajere Global Media on YouTube. Now, Biafrans all over the world, the YouTube page, YouTube channel of Pastor Vam 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 was a couple of days ago briefly suspended. Is it suspension or suspended?
Yeah. So strike on a strike and
Yes.
2 weeks suspension.
Yes, there is a 2 weeks suspension. There's a strike and 2 weeks suspension to that very YouTube channel, which is
Raf Chamaka TV.
yes, Rap Chamaka TV, the one you know. Now, at this moment, where you will find Ajere, Pastor Van Van Van, is on Ajere Global Media, which is right now on your screen as you are watching. And I have already put it on comment section. So you can as well click the comment section, and of course, it will take you direct to that very YouTube channel. You can as well view this broadcast. You can watch this broadcast live and direct from that very channel. As we are speaking right now, let me post it once again on the comment section. You can just click it and it will take you, if I'm not mistaken, it is going to take you to that channel where you can see Pastor Van Van Van, because those of you who have been trying to, search for him on his official page, that page has issue as at this moment. That the other one has issue at the moment. So where you find him is the one you see on your screen, Ajere Global Media. So this is very, very important for all Biafrans to know, because ndị Igbo si na onye ama ama enidhi ifu ụzọ, enidhi ịchọ ya achọ. So maybe all of you have been looking for him, thinking that he has not been online. No, he has been coming online, but that very platform has issues at the moment. So you must look for him on Ajere Global Media. So now I will still make this announcement before the end of this broadcast. But Pastor Van Van Van, now, because of our time, imagine this is now going to 11 in Biafra land. As late as we are, we have about 1,500 people watching this broadcast live from across the 3 platforms that we are streaming live and direct. So that is very, very important. Now that you have seen and know what PM Simon Ekpa and BRGIE are capable of doing, what next? Pastor Van Van Van, before we ask Biafrans this all-important question, I want you to elaborate on this. Like as I said from beginning, this very broadcast this evening is going to be a bombshell. And of course, Biafrans who have been watching can confirm what I said from beginning. So, my brother, the whole world have seen what Biafra government in exile can do. Like as I said from beginning, that this very convention that took place a couple of days ago in Helsinki, Finland, is the biggest program, let me use that word, program, ever witnessed in Biafra struggle, starting from 1999, when, what was the name of that man? Wazirike, yes. When Wazirike started agitation, till this moment, Biafrans have never witnessed such. You see, when they came, when Ifeanyi Oba sponsored some criminals through Chike Dozieha and Chinas Anwohu with the criminal lawyer, they came to Finland looking for Simon Ekpa. They said they have gone to his residential area at the front of his building where he resides. That is what they claimed. Now, we counted the people that attended that very 1 million man march. Remember, that is what it was tagged.
Yes.
1 million man march. We counted the people, they were 21 people. So there were 21 people, because I can't forget, I myself counted it. I did counted it. Now, they were 21 in number, and that very walk of shame was tagged Biafra IPOB 1 million man march in Finland. And they left Helsinki, which is the capital of Finland, and they went to what's the name of that place they went to? Where Mazi Simon Ekpa lives. They went there.
Lati. I think is it Lati or
Lati. They went to Lati. So it was a walk of shame. Now we just look at them, we laugh at them, we say these people are fools. Now, and that was the show of the so-called IPOB leadership. It is unbelievable. That show was organized and hosted by the said IPOB leadership. Now, Biafra government in exile has hosted the whole world. My brother, you were there. Please. I cannot know why, because if I continue, I don't know, make it take a lot of time.
Thank you. Yeah, fellow Biafrans, you just heard what our brother Ikuku just said. I have even copied the link of my channel and I'll put it on the comment section. You can now click it and then go just subscribe and set up your notification so that you know when I come live there. You know, sometimes you come and say, Van, you are no longer live. You're not. This is what YouTube does to us. In your main channel, they target it. They want to silence you. But thank God we have bigger channels like Biafra Unite and other channels where we will always represent. Now, these people are so pathetic. But I am not interested in whatever they are or what they have done. I am interested in what you that are watching us now have seen. What have you seen so far? There are so many people that have been in the valley of decision. You remember the scripture that says that many multitude in the valley of decision. Many have been in the valley of decision. Some have always been saying, these people don't love themselves. Why are you fighting yourself? Why did Simon Ekpa not obey the leadership? Why didn't they submit to Simon Ekpa? Okay, some now decided and said, until Mazinam cannot come out, we are not going to support anything. He's the only one that can bring the freedom. They deceived you so much that you refuse to understand that there is no way Mazin Nnamdi Kanu can come out if we are not doing anything for him to come out. And this bunch of fools, there's somebody that used to say this bunch of fools, but unfortunately he has disappeared from this scene. Maybe you know who I want to talk about.
Yeah, sure. I know.
But this bunch of fools, they fail to make you understand, or they have deceived you to believe that they are doing something. They told you that they are underground. They wanted you to believe that political solution will get our leader out. But our leader have remained there. In fact, if not for what Mazi Simon Ekpa have been doing, nobody even knew about them. The only thing they will tell you is that IPOB said this, IPOB said that, the main IPOB said they have stopped it at home. Until finally you began to hear, even from the Senate House, from the House of Senate, the Senate president, the third most powerful person in the country, said it openly that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the leader of the Southeast. Because even the governors will sit at home when he gives an order in Finland. When you heard all those things, did you hear any one of those people underground? What action did you ever hear them take? Nothing. You've seen all these things. You have been through them all. And then we talked about government in exile and the Biafra government house. They said it is a Photoshop. It is a lie. You want to scam them and collect their money. You all saw it. You saw the reality of it. Eventually, it happened. Everything that happened, you saw them all. And then the promotion and the great achievement we did in South Korea, you saw it all. The liaison office opened in South Korea, you saw it all. You have seen them all so far. And we got to the point where we started talking about the Biafra referendum convention in Finland. Some of them were saying it's going to be a bloodbath. We will scatter them. It will not happen. It will not be possible. And then our men on ground will come out in their batches. They will say there are only 5 men, there are only 4 men. Now today, you have seen all the things, everything they ever told you were a lie. And everything you have ever seen happen. In fact, we have even beat your expectation. Because some of you didn't even believe that the house in Baltimore was reality, or maybe they deceived you to say that it is just one attachment. Then you saw it was a reality. It was in faith. You now saw that the men on ground, you saw the action. In fact, before you begin to see them in their numbers, you saw the actions they were pulling. And today, the reality have busted out. You have seen the Biafra self-referendum in Finland. It happened and you have all seen it. Now that you have seen it, now you saw, apart from that, I am jumping so many things. You also saw the government, the Biafra Republic government, the cabinet. You saw the super talented cabinet members, professionals, doctors, pharmacists, scientists, engineers, top-notch people that occupied our cabinet. You saw it all. They told you it was all fake, but you saw the realities of them all. And after this convention have happened, you have seen the unveiling of our men on ground. What are you going to still be doing or be asking? Are you going to maintain that your position in that valley of decision? Are you going to still be there saying until Mazinam Bikano come out, you are not going to support anybody? Or are you still going to be believing, maybe one day the DOS will be wise. Maybe they were not wise yesterday. Maybe they were not wise all this while. They may still wake up and be wise. What are we talking about? What next? What are you going to do? Are you going to bring down resources that is needed to support this movement and make things advance more and improve more, and make sure that we put pressure on the zoo for them to see how determined we are and how ruthless we are for them to release Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? What next are you going to do? Will you sit there and be moping and be asking questions, or will you jump into this boat now as we join together and get the zoo out of the way and declare Biafra? Biafra unite. I hand over to you.
Wow, that is fire for fire. Now, this question, we are going to allow Biafrans to come in and answer this question. Because this question is demanding an answer. This question is seriously demanding an answer. And the only people who can answer this question are the Biafran people. But before before the question is being answered, I want to show us one more video. Because, you see, when they say they don't just call our PM that thing in Finland, they also call him Ekpa. They called him a scammer.
Apoda.
Now, they said he's brainwashing the Biafrans and deceiving them. Now, I want to show us one video. I will not allow the video to play in full, but I want us to see a certain place, which I want to, draw my analysis from. You see this very video on your screen right now. I want to play it. If you, Biafrans, if you are following the mouse, you will see this particular aged mother here. This woman is never a member of Biafra Liberation Army or Biafra Resistance Fighters. She's not. And she's not the only one here. If you look at this little boy here and the other one here, they are not members of BLA. Now, this kiosk here, there are people here. These people are not members of the Biafra Liberation Army. These people are Biafrans who watch live and direct from the street of Biafra the parade and unveiling of the Biafra Liberation Army. And I want you to see this woman here, what she did. Let me play the video briefly while you watch. Look at Biafrans. Look at. Did you see those people on motorbike? Look at them. Pastor Van, can you see these people?
I am seeing them live and direct. I'm seeing it. I've never taken notice. You have the eye of an eagle. I watched this video, but I've never taken notice of the details you are bringing out now.
Imagine, these are Biafrans. Can you see the joy? Can you see the gladness? Let me play the video while I mute the audio because I want to be talking while the video keeps playing. Can you feel the joy and gladness in this people? Look at this aged mother. Look at these Biafrans here. Look at them. Look, watch this motor. Look at this man jubilating, raising his hands. They are not members of Biafra Liberation Army.
Wow.
Pastor Van, please, what does this show?
Redemption. Redemption. Salvation. Salvation has come. Salvation has come for the people. Now, if this is not giving you complete assurance that your redemption is here and that you are in the right hands, you are actually supporting and following those that are leading you to your freedom. If this doesn't convince you, I wonder what else will. Look at them. You see the flags they are flying? They are flying our Biafra Liberation Army flag. All the people that have been telling you there are 5 people, there are 6 people. That time they were even saying there are 5 people. Somebody made a comment on one of our programs and said, when he saw the numbers, and the fellow said he was concerned that how are we going to get freedom with these numbers? Ikuku. I want to tell you that whenever I see that gallant Gidibam, our gentle giant, when I see him with the men around him, I am so confident that even with these men, we will put the armies of the enemies at flight. Because definitely. I believe what God can. I didn't need to see all this army to be convinced that we can get Biafra. Let me explain to you why. Because I'm a man that believes in what God could do, that he can repeat it again. Biafra United, do you know that Israel did not have any army march through the cities of Samaria before they were taken away from their land? When it happened, when 4 lepers they decided and said, if we perish, we perish. We go, if we remain here hungry, will kill us. But if we go into the camp of the enemy, higher they will kidnap us. Let us go. Why those 4 lepers were marching back into the camp of the enemy to see if they can get food? Turned their food, their leprous food, he turned them into Obudigwe. And the enemies of Israel deserted their camps. They left everything and they ran away. Those lepers were the ones that saw the camps of the enemies empty. They started eating and drinking and celebrating. One of them talked to himself and said, why sit we here until we die? Why can't we go and tell our people that are suffering in Israel, in Judah, tell them that there is enough food here and the enemies are gone? 4 leprous men put the enemies to flight. And then one idiot who doesn't even believe in freedom, who the devil have put in a state of imagination. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes. Yes.
Who the devil have put in a state of imagination will come and tell me, hey, there are only 12 men. There are only 6 men. And tomorrow you will see him quote Bible and tell you about Chuko Kabiama. He had a maybe him more.
Umokoko.
When you remind him of the story of 4 lepers, now we
Mm.
see gentle giants and he men around him standing gidigam, putting the armies of the enemies to flight. You are telling me that there are only 5 men, there are only 12 men. 4 lepers without gun or bullets. One day, Biafra is here.
Wow, Biafra is here. That was awesome. That was bomb. Right now, we are going to allow Biafrans to call. Mazi, I'm going to paste your number on the screen right now. Or can you do that? You can do that, please. Please paste your number on the screen so that Biafrans can call in. The question is this. Now that you have seen and know what PM Mazi Simon Ekpa and BRGIE are capable of doing, what next? Which you have given a clue. You have already answered the question. We want Biafrans to chook mouth into this matter. What next? What do you think we are supposed to be doing right now? You have seen our army. You have seen everything. Look, let me make this very clear. Biafrans. The cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the individuals, don't need your money. And we do not need your money to run this government. We need your money to sustain the fire that is burning the zoo at this very point in time until Biafra is declared. Let me make it clear once again that we don't need your money to run a government. No. What your money is needed at this very point in time is to keep that fire burning in order to consume the zoo beyond repair until Biafra is declared once again.
Very
Not,
correct. Very
not,
correct.
not to sustain us. You
Very
cannot
correct.
pay me. Biafrans cannot pay me because I don't need your salary. Biafrans cannot pay Pastor Van Van Vam because I am very, very certain he doesn't need your salary. Are you going to pay Mazi Simon Ekpa? He does not need your salary. He's a very busy man on his own, apart from the agitation. So who will you pay? So your money is not just needed for to run a government of Biafra. No, anybody telling you that we need your money to sustain the government is deceiving you, because this government is not Nigerian government that need your money to feed Ekpa BRGIE and co. fat. We don't need that money to feed fat. We only need that money to sustain this fire in order to consume the zoo. If you want the zoo to be consumed, that is where your money is needed to sustain the Biafra Liberation Army and Eastern Security Network. So, my beloved Biafrans, what next? The number is now on your screen. In case for those who cannot see it on the screen, you can write it down. +39 35 100 33 521. I repeat, +39 35 100 33 521. That is the number. We have only but 20 minutes to take calls from Biafrans. Only 20 minutes. And that 20 minutes may be big or small, depending on what happens moving forward. It might become 10 minutes.
Yeah. The callers are coming in. Please, if you are calling, please make sure you switch off the device with which you are watching. This caller that is here, I've been telling you, switch off the device which you are watching so that you will listen to us directly. Caller, I'm putting you on speaker. You have just how many minutes for the callers?
2 minutes.
All right, you have 2 minutes, please. Go ahead now.
Yeah, Pastor Van, I greet you, my brother.
I greet you too. Please, you have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mazi. Thank you. You're welcome. Go ahead, my brother.
Hello.
Please go ahead, though. You have 2 minutes. Just go ahead. Don't greet. Just go ahead, please.
Okay. This is Mazi Buchi, calling from DRC. So.
Oh, I Onyenkem. Go ahead, please.
And
You're welcome.
Really, my brother, we really thank God for what God has been doing in this very struggle. The blind can now see, and the lame can now walk. So if anybody can still be doubting the ability of the Biafran Republic government in exile to liberate Biafrans, that person must be a Dundee. And that person can, in fact, I can say that the spirit of Biafra is not in him. Anybody that, appreciate or that need this freedom without coming out now to support. This is no longer time that you just say, I'm a Biafra, yes, I believe in Biafra. This is a time that our action should speak. Your action, everybody's action, everybody that needs freedom should now, with whatever you have, to show support. Because it is we that is going to sustain these men that Brigade have organized for us. Just like what Mazonian has done in the Eastern Security Network. So we can see every videos that is flying, going, at least to tell our enemies that yes, we are ready. So you can see even in the training, those things, those granates going out for training, yes, to prepare themselves. That those granates are not just being put on the ground. So it is our collective support that will make it to become more stronger, that will make it to guarantee our men, our women and children, their safety in our land, because we have taken a lot of shit from the Janjaweed. So I'm just encouraging, because like the question, what next? The next action is for every Biafran, anybody that has believed in this struggle, to put hand each time that we want to make support, you support. This is no longer time for oral support. Oh, I'm a Biafran, I'm IPOB, I am this. We need our freedom. So, my brothers, I thank all of you, seriously, the media team, the brigade, the Biafran Republic government in exile, and every person that is working harmoniously in this very struggle to bring this liberation. Kudos to you guys. Kudos. And by the special grace of God, we are going to support.
Thank you.
I am appealing to Biafrans this very night that please and please, Brigade cannot do it alone. It is collective. It is not them that need this. All of us need this freedom.
Thank you.
Everybody, this is a time that every hands must be on the deck for us to sustain and take our freedom by our hands, because this is no longer time for begging. The time of crying has gone. The time of writing has gone. So we must use our blue, our obo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your time is up, please. Thank you. Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, there are so many callers that are calling. Okay, another caller here. Yeah, please, caller. I am going to put you on speaker. You have only 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, you should let it once it goes beyond 2 minutes, you cut it.
Yeah.
It is time now for us to, not just because of the display of the gallant men, but my old mother in the village told me she can now sleep with her eyes closed.
Wow.
That she feels very safe. And even the palliative that was distributed shows Biafra is already there. So we have to sell whatever is sellable. And most of us in America has to do something by coming up with anything. Even if somebody has to dispose of something, it's worth it. It has been so consistent from day one. If you are not spiritual, you're not going to get to this level. But even when you are not spiritual, you can now see. Everybody can see. The cocky media told them to go and hug the transformer when they couldn't.
What happened? We lost her. We lost her. We lost her. Yeah, please let the callers call. The many callers. We lost that one. Okay. Please, you have 2 minutes, please. You have 2 minutes. I'm going to put you on speaker right now. Please go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Please, can you try and be audible, please? Raise your voice so that we can hear you.
I'm very grateful.
Could you please be audible, my
Please,
brother?
I cannot
so we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Raise your voice. We'll give another caller, please.
Okay.
I think the network. Yeah, please.
I think you need to pick another call.
Yeah,
Pick
this
another
caller,
call.
can you speak up? You have 2 minutes, please. Please, you have 2 minutes. Go ahead. 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, Pastor Vam.
Please, you need to switch off that system where you are watching us from. Listen to your phone. Don't listen to the other device. You have 2 minutes. Your time starts now, please.
Thank you, Biafra Unite. Thank you, Pastor Vam is in Dokase. Yes, our people should know that the time has come for us to come together as a unit and get Biafra. It is time that they should jettison sitting on the fence, jettison Kaihu, Otohasieme. It is time that they should just understand that coming together will help us get what we are looking for faster. Coming together will disarm and dislodge the enemies from our land faster. And coming together is for their own betterment, because all that has been predicted has come to pass. The businesses they so much put their mind in, they are now locking up their shops. They are now destroying their buildings in Lagos. It is time for our people who are sitting on the fence to give up those positions and come down into what we are doing so that we can get our freedom. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. It is no longer time for talking. It is no longer time for looking. It is time to really be in it. Let us all assemble together and take our freedom. Thank you, Pastor Bam Bam Bam. Thank you, Biafra Unite. I have to drop it here so others can call in. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's good, man. Thank you so much, good man. We appreciate you.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
All right. We have another caller. Let's quickly take this one. Please, Native Bishop, you have 2 minutes, please. Your time starts now, please.
Okay, good evening, Pastor Vam Vam Vam. This is my first time calling you, and I am happy that I get you. I'm calling from Enugu-Ezike, Ubeze North.
Please go ahead. Your time is counting, please.
Okay. I don't have much to say, but I'm very happy. I am following you people. I am a monk. I never called, but I called today to get you. I am a monk. Yes.
Thank you. You are welcome, and it is a good thing that you are a monk. Continue to remain with us, and we are going to celebrate together. Thank you very much.
Okay, Thank you, Pastor Ram.
Bless you. All right. Do we still have callers? Do we still have time for calls? Did you see that breaking news, Ikuku? Can you?
Which one?
I put it up on the listing. Check and confirm if it is true. Look at that. I don't know. Maybe the PM tweeted it or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, we will follow what the PM says. It seems like there's no more callers, and it's been.
All right. There is something that they said, which is the same thing. Those who are in spirit, those who flowed with us, they have aligned with us. They have confirmed every single thing that we are saying, and the question has been answered. This is not the time of hanky-panky games, caricature, adawa camera na inyo. That time has passed.
That time has passed. Oh.
And there is something that the Prime Minister tweeted a couple of hours ago, but it was actually yesterday. He said that we may not show you the video of the training of our men moving forward, that we will be showing you the action videos. So Biafrans, we are going to call it a day, depending on where you are listening and watching from. Today's program, like as we promised from beginning, has been top-notch.
Let me read it. I think I've just gotten that tweet from the PM, and
okay.
Let me read the tweet. I'm sorry, Ikuku.
Okay.
Announcement from the PM. I think this is coming like how many minutes ago? Just 11 minutes ago. Announcement. It has become imperative to inform all Biafrans, especially those. Please, no more callers, please. To inform all Biafrans, especially those in intelligence unit of our cabinet, those men on ground that have contact with someone called Gaddafi. That Gaddafi has been disengaged and no longer work with the police department of the Biafra Republic government in exile, nor currently holding any position within the government. Anyone in Biafra land contacting Gaddafi is doing so at his or her own risk. There is a serious breach of national security with Gaddafi and whoever he is working with. He therefore doesn't represent the Prime Minister nor Biafra government in any way. Anyone contacting him is doing so at his own risk. I am sure Ikuku will elaborate on it in his next program. Thank you.
Because of who I am and the way I run my programs, I wouldn't talk about it after now.
Okay.
So for the fact that you have read it, I have also found it very, very imperative to bring it to the screen that Biafrans may see. And after now, I won't talk about it anymore because there are some things I don't want to say. And I don't want to get mad. I don't want to yell at people or at anybody. But you see this Ordinanwa that the world is hearing his voice. My heart in this very quest to restore Biafra is as clean, whiter than snow. That word that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is who I am. In this very freedom fighting, I may be something else out there, individually and personally. I may be something else. But you see, in this very agitation for the restoration of Biafra, I am the definition of whiter than white and whiter than snow. And you see any word I say, always, but it always come to pass. I have said it before. Anybody who sees me as his problem, fighting me in this struggle, that person will fight Biafra. That person will fight the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. What I have said now, I have said it before, but not in the public. Whoever that fights me in this struggle will fight Biafra, and that person will fight Mazi Simon Ekpa. If it doesn't happen now, it will happen in the nearest future. Now, let me read it. I won't elaborate more. I won't say more about it, but yeah, the botos ready. Announcement. It has become imperative to inform all Biafrans, especially those in intelligent unit of our cabinet. This is coming from the official Twitter handle of the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And he continued, those men on ground that our contact with someone called Gaddafi, that Gaddafi has been disengaged and no longer work with the police department of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, nor currently holding any position within the government. Anyone in Biafra land contacting Gaddafi is doing so at his/her own risk. There is a serious breach of national security with Gaddafi and whoever he is working with. Did you get that? Let me take that again. There is a serious breach of national security with Gaddafi and whoever he is working with. He therefore doesn't represent me, the Prime Minister, nor Biafra government in any way. Anyone contacting him is doing so at his own risk. You can see that this is coming from the official Twitter handle of the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So I will not analyze anything. I won't. I have said what I said, and that is where I stand, and that is how it is. Anybody, when my hands are clean, you fight me, you must fight Biafra. That is pure. Nkabo Adam Bajo, fight me, you must fight Biafra because my hands are clean.
Ikuku cable. Ikuku cable. Ikuku. Analusi ikuku ogu.
Ekukwe m ife ekwu n'oge. See, akam dekwa n'ọcha. They say whatever they akam dekwa n'ọcha. So, my brother, if you go near, I'm not going to say anything beyond this. This is coming from the Prime Minister himself. So, thank you. My brother, please, let us conclude. Your closing remarks, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, fellow Biafrans. And while I close my remarks, I want to quickly tell the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, with everything they are doing, our eyes are seeing them. The eyes of the Prime Minister is right there, even in the bedroom in Aso Rock. Tell them we are watching them. Tell them
Sorry, my brother, Iwe Wenagido. Because of what you just said, this thing was already in my mind to talk about it. Please, before your closing remarks, there was a meeting based on our intel.
Yes.
Our intel gathering, based on our intel and the information that we have gathered, said that there was a meeting in Abuja couple of days ago after the convention. But before that meeting, during the convention, this thing that I'm saying now is very, very important. And I want you are going to elaborate on this. Before this meeting took place in Abuja a couple of days ago, that our convention was watched live and direct in Aso Rock. Our intel says that the presidency and those evil politicians from Biafran land were together with the presidency in Aso Rock watching our convention. This is very, very serious. And now, after the convention, just yesterday, the meeting began day before yesterday on Sunday. And that same meeting continued yesterday, Monday. There have been a lot of suggestions. This intel is not something that anybody should joke with. Pastor Van Van, you are going to analyze this. It's because you have said it and it reminds me. Now, this intel says that this meeting has been going on since on Sunday and is strictly because of two things. Number one, the parade and the inauguration of the Biafra Liberation Army.
It shocked them. It shocked them.
And to make the matter worst, that we have grown wings, according to their discussion, that we have grown wings to the extent that we are no longer in the bush. We now inaugurate our army on the streets of Southeast. That is the center of their discussion. According to
Biafra Unite, don't forget to tell them that they also talked about you, because they told them that, look, how do we defeat them? Let us go back the way we did 1967. They told them that this media is too strong. Remember, they did not have this media 1967. We cannot defeat them. Biafrans, you all have won.
Round of applause. So now two things that have been, now this one you said about media is the suggestions that they were bringing. They were bringing suggestions on how to defeat us. Now, another thing that is giving them the biggest sleepless night is the successful of the convention and the imminent self-referendum that is going to take place in Biafra land and the declaration of Biafra. Now, they have all, according to the intel, they have all lost hope.
Yes. Tinubu
himself.
They have lost hope, and they put their hope in the hopeless hopes on Angel.
Thank you. That is actually where I was coming. So Tinubu himself. Now, we are saying this. We are laughing. The reason, Biafrans, the reason why we are laughing is because we are laughing because we have won. That's why we are laughing. Oh. But this is a very serious matter that Tinubu himself is the one that chaired this meeting that is going on. This is a very serious matter. A lot of suggestions have come up. Anyone that come up, they will the response between themselves, between the cabals, will now, crash or clash with the suggestion itself. Whatever suggestion they make, and the response within them will clash with the suggestion. So, what you said about using the tactics of the old is among the suggestions, that also that also crashed. Now, the hope is who's danger. According to the intel, Soludo has given up. Biafrans, pay attention. Soludo has given up. Peter Mba Wambanshi, the Oluwole governor, has given up. Oti of Abia State said he does not want to get involved with anything that has to do with Simon Ekpa and his Biafra. That is the response from Oti, and that one from Ebonyi State. Nwifuru. Every other governor has given up. The only person can visit baka because he does not reside in Biafra land. His only hope.
Biafra land.
Yes, his only hope was Ademma. He's the one who is telling Tinubu to relax his mind, that he's going to crush the Biafra army. As I'm talking to you right now, Pastor Vam Vam Vam, there is a problem within the army of the zoo. This problem is that the military personnel of the zoo do no longer want to come to Biafra. And their Oga, Labanja is insisting that they must go. My brother, please continue. I can take my time.
They have told Labanja to send his family members. Go and bring your children. The army senior officers, those that are loyal to them, they will never release them to come. That is why all the people they are bringing are the ones they rented. The ones they rented from the Sahel and the ones they are sending. Nigeria armies go. They say they don't go anywhere. Not be we and our family go die. Go send your children, go Biafra land. They'll tell you, you know they see them. You know they see them. Anybody will go, they come back. Biafrans, we have arrived where Chukwu Kabiama want us to be. Please, no caller, please stop calling.
Yes, we are done with the calls.
We have arrived, my people. We have arrived. Hope who's on danger. There is nothing we are going to say now.
Right now, I want to repeat the announcement that I made before. My brother, can you paste that your link again before we give our, final, before we give our closing remarks? Can you paste your link on the comment section so that we can bring it to the screen once again? Thank you. Right now, Biafrans all over the world, the link on your screen and also on the comment section is the link that takes you direct to the YouTube channel of Pastor Van Van Vam, where he is at the moment, because his normal YouTube, the one you all know, is having issues. I announced it before and I'm announcing it once again. The one that you all know is having issues. The one you are seeing on your screen, Ajere Global Media. Ajere Global Media is where you can find him now, because a lot of Biafrans are complaining that after the convention, they have not seen Pastor Van Van Vam on live broadcast. Some of them are thinking that maybe he's tired. Maybe he's resting because of the long journey. No, we don't get tired in this game. We will play this game till Biafra comes. We don't get tired. The only reason is because immediately after the convention, his YouTube was, I don't know if I can say was attacked, and there was a strike on his channel, and YouTube gave him suspension for 2 weeks. And that strike is the second strike on that channel, which makes it very, very dangerous. Because after the suspension, the next strike, that means that the YouTube will be taken down, but we don't pray for that. So, the reason why I'm seriously emphasizing on this is because it happened to me.
Yes.
Yes. So this is something I know very, very well. So please, as you are watching now, the link is on the comment section. Go and click that link on the comment section. As you are listening my voice, click the link on the comment section and go and subscribe to the channel. Even this broadcast is being broadcasted on that channel. As you are listening now, you still watch the broadcast on that channel as you are speaking. So click it, go there and subscribe to it so that you can be able to see all his live broadcasts. The link is on the comment section already. You can click it and join his broadcast, his YouTube page, YouTube channel, sorry. So you can subscribe and turn the notification so that once he comes live, you will be notified wherever you are all over the world. So the name is Ajere Global Media. It is very, very important. We want to see all Biafrans trooping into the channel. In fact, his next broadcast, we want to see all the Biafrans that are following Pastor Van Van Vam on his old, or not old, on the other channel. We want to see you on this very channel, Ajere Global Media. Thank you all. God bless you. Pastor Van Van Vam, kindly give us your closing remark while we close.
Yeah. Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans. I want you to know that all the strategies that they are mapping out against us, Chukwu Okike Abiama have already turned them to the council of Ahithophel. They are going to strategize with those that love Biafra, those that are planning to kill our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are going to strategize that plan with those that love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our redemption draweth nigh. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom draweth nigh. Our prime minister very soon is going to lift the flag of Biafra and declare Biafra. And with the armies you have seen, and with everything that Chukwu Okike Abiama have given us, we will defend our land and we will make it happen for Biafrans. Our prime minister told you always, and he will repeat it every time, you will sleep in the zoo and you will wake up in Biafra. Very soon that's going to happen. And I want to appreciate my comrade and my big brother, Ikuku Anafuanya Ikuku. My brother, I appreciate you for this opportunity you have given to me to join you. Please stop calling the numbers. Thank you for the opportunity we have to work together. It's such a pleasure to have a brother like you in this movement, a very faithful one indeed, who stands in the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without looking left or right. Dear friends, we are moving together and we're going to celebrate this together. Until I see you next time, catch your phone.
Thank you. That is great and awesome. God bless you too, my brother. I also thank you for coming to lecture us this very wonderful evening. Biafrans, I want to appreciate all of you. Those of you who have been here from the beginning of this very broadcast down till this very moment, I say thank you all. May God bless you. I want to pray only one prayer for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu Okike Abiama biko. We want you to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the ability to bear all the things that have been thrown on him since his incarceration in the DSS Gulag. Please, we pray for ability and strength upon the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to withstand all these tribulations against his person and his life. Because once he will stand and overcome this agony, then Biafra is here. We pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic government in exile, Chukwu Okike Abiama Biko, give him strength to carry on, to hold the hand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to cross the Red Sea. We are already in the middle of Red Sea. It's remaining a little to cross it. Mazi Simon Ekpa is having so many attacks from here and there. Papa Biko, strengthen him, protect him, guide him, lead him to the right path, which you have been leading him all through the while.
Yes.
That he will pilot the affairs of this very movement to the logical conclusion.
Yes, Lord.
Father, remove any evil man or woman, any bad egg that is coming to him,
Yes, Lord.
that is coming close to him.
Yes, Lord.
Father, expose them all,
Yes,
wherever they come from. Expose them all. Expose them all. May they never succeed. May they never succeed. That he will pilot this affair, the affairs of this movement, at the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to the logical conclusion. And as Biafra is coming, is declared, so as the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we know that is where we are heading to. It has happened there before. And I have seen that our own is not exceptional.
Yes.
Lord, I pray, give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the strength, the ability to overcome this tribulation. Lord, we pray, protect every one of us, that at the end of the day, only your name will be praised.
Yes.
Any Biafran that is supporting this very movement, financially especially, I pray that whatever you lay hand upon, thou shalt prosper.
You see?
Anything you do that fetch you money, that you are using to finance the Biafra Liberation Army and Eastern Security Network, may you never lack.
You see?
We pray. N'aha Chukwu Okike Abiama bi n'eluigwe. Ise.
Please, Biafra, do not forget our fundraising. Our fundraising is on Saturday, this Saturday. Please do not forget to join us with our fundraising.
Yes, thank you. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Catch you for one name. Thank you so much.